Do you think it's highly probable that HBAR and XLM could reach $150 to $300 by next summer of 2027? We need the Clarity Act passed, and both of those networks are more curated toward peer-to-peer and merchant services, and also dApps, DeFi applications on the internet for HBAR in particular. It's possible, right? Again, I don't know how aggressive the move is going to be and the adoption is going to be, or how much liquidity is going to move into these networks as it's consolidated. I think we are going to get down to like somewhere between 70 and 100 total networks. They're going to be around and used post Clarity Act. I think there's going to be a huge consolidation from 50,000 plus tokens today all the way down to like, 99.9% of crypto probably goes to zero, and just what's actually going to be used is left. Those two will absolutely be in that boat, in my opinion. So, but to say it's going to go to $150 to $300 on both of them, it is, again, it's going to be very dependent on how much we see adoption by retail. Retail's slow to adopt things, by the way. It's normally the institutional adoption that happens first. Well, it's kind of an ebb and flow. So like dark web and like sketchy stuff will adopt new tech immediately. And that's why, there's kind of been a stigma around crypto for a long time. And then after it becomes a large enough deal and it's actually viable, they'll move to institutional stuff. And then, toward the latter half of the curve is where the majority of retail would adopt something. 1 in 5 people in the US does own crypto. At this point, the majority of that's Bitcoin. They have some small allocation on their Cash App or some other application where they bought a little bit of Bitcoin, or maybe some XRP, right? But outside of those people, most people still think crypto and Bitcoin are synonymous. They really don't know what it is. It's this intangible thing. They don't understand that these are networks and protocols that allow, value and money to be transferred between counterparties. They still think of it as kind of a Ponzi scheme or a sketchy, volatile deal that's like gambling, which I would kind of agree with that in the current environment. That obviously, people are substantially down from where they purchased some of these assets in the last year with the current market conditions. But we do see cycles, and I do think we're about to enter a super cycle for utility driven assets as we do see the adoption. So it's quite possible. I don't know if I'm on the highly probable side, but again, it just depends on how quickly those are implemented and adopted by retail for payment flows and merchant services.